New in the last 5 minutes, Toys R Us collapse is not just due to its failure to compete with Amazon. Toys R Us calls in administrators, meaning 3,200 jobs are at risk in the last 10 minutes. The UK arm of Toys R Us is now in administration, hundreds of jobs at risk as Toys R Us goes into administration. In the last 15 minutes, Toys R Us goes into administration with fears Maplin will follow, Kirkland advising as Toys R Us falls into administration. Toys R Us and Maplin go into administration in the last half hour. Stevenage's Toys R Us store under threat as firm goes into administration. Toys R Us has gone into administration. Toys R Us goes into administration in Britain, putting 3,000 jobs at risk. British arm of retailer Toys R Us goes into administration. Toys R Us administration puts 3,000 jobs at risk. Toys R Us goes into administration in the UK. Toys R Us UK collapses into administration, putting 3,200 jobs at risk. Game over for UK arm of Toys R Us. Toys R Us goes into administration, putting scores of Sheffield jobs at risk. Thousands of jobs at risk as Toys R Us goes into administration. 3,200 jobs at risk as Ailing. Toys R Us goes into administration. 5 reasons Toys R Us failed. Toys R Us goes into administration, putting scores of Doncaster jobs at risk. Toys R Us placed administration, putting 3,200 jobs at risk. Toys R Us enters administration. Broughton administration in Britain, putting 3,200 jobs at risk. Toys R Us has fallen into administration. Toys R Us collapses into administration, but stores will continue trading. Toys R Us collapses, putting 3,200 jobs at risk. Toys R Us falls into administration with over 3,000 jobs at risk. Toys R Us goes into administration. 3,000 jobs at risk. Toys R Us collapses into administration. 106 stores face closure. Toys R Us in administration with 3,200 jobs at risk. Toys R Us goes into administration, putting thousands of jobs at risk. Toys R Us goes into administration. Toys R Us plunges into administration. Toys R Us enters administration, putting over 3,000 jobs at risk. Toys R Us collapse puts 3,200 jobs at risk. Toys R Us UK goes into administration. Toys R Us falls into administration, putting 3,200 jobs at risk. In the last 2 hours, over 5,000 jobs at risk as Toys R Us and Maplin poised for administration. Toys R Us administration fears over £15 million tax bill, almost 6,000 jobs at risk as both Toys R Us and Maplin on verge of collapse in the last 4 hours. Wakefield jobs at risk with Maplin and Toys R Us on the brink of collapse. Toys R Us and Maplin could risk cutting over 5,000 UK jobs in the last 6 hours. Earlier today, Toys R Us and Maplin on brink of collapse. Yesterday, Toys R Us and Maplin set to go bust. Today as rescues fail. Video, Toys R Us advert featuring scenes from 1989. Last gasp effort to save Toys R Us. Toys R Us reportedly in talks to sell Asian business. Toys R Us poised to fall into administration tomorrow. Toys R Us to enter administration, placing 3,000 jobs at risk. Toys R Us could plunge into administration tomorrow. Toys R Us UK must pay £15 million tax bill to avoid administration. Toys R Us needs to pay £15 million tax bill to avoid administration. Toys R Us is in talks to sell its Asia unit to a local partner. Toys R Us in Exeter has reduced its prices by 80% as closure is imminent. Toys R Us on brink of collapse. Toys R Us facing collapse if no rescuer found. Toys R Us faces £15 million tax bill to avoid going bust tomorrow. In the last 7 days, will J.C. Penney benefit from upheaval at Toys R Us? Filling the Toys R Us void. Shock pics of empty Toys R Us stores in UK as giant could go bust tomorrow. Toys R Us on verge of collapse as deadline looms.